This was a discovery series, and a lot of you discovered different things. A lot of it's still mental. It's still floating around up here. I am, I exist. But you haven't felt it. You haven't really experienced it to the point that it'd be like making love to yourself. It'd be like a mass physical, spiritual, and mental orgasm. And if you didn't discover that this year, well, you got about 36 minutes left to do it. Part of the issue, challenge perhaps, is mediocrity, complacency, thinking about enlightenment rather than being in the passion of it. There's a word that I'm going to be putting in the Shaumbra dictionary, a word that may sound a little familiar. The word is Kaiko, also spelled or pronounced Keho. Kaiko is passion. Kaiko is deep and meaningful. Kaiko is almost explosive. And what so many of you didn't discover this year, in spite of all the wonderful things you might, is Kaiko. Kaiko is that passion that is within you, but you've cemented it over. You've sealed it up. You've put steel doors on it. You've hidden it. You've suppressed it. You put it down, and then you thought too much so that it seemed to vanish. Kaiko is that deep underlying, that passion that goes so very deep that you're afraid to let out. Kaiko, deep inner truth. It's a lion that's roaring, but you've learned how to suppress it. You learned how to put it down, turn it into a kitty cat at best. And then say that you're spiritual, say that you want enlightenment, when all the time, because you've suppressed Kaiko, you end up focusing on things like abundance and partners and your damn health and everything else. You have hidden this Kaiko, this deep feeling, because if you hadn't, you wouldn't be sitting here. You'd be out dancing in the parking lot while the rest of everybody sat in here. You would have so much fire and passion and enthusiasm that you couldn't contain it, hardly contain it in that body. The Kaiko would drive those demons out of your mind, those aspects away from you, that deep passion. But instead you've settled for complacency. Mediocrity in enlightenment. We'll take a few steps each month along the way. We'll learn a little bit more. We'll discover a little bit more. And I say, hell no. It's about that, letting that passion out, letting it come forth. There shouldn't be anything in your life that's more important than your freedom and your enlightenment. Not your job, not your family, not your children, not your health, not your status, not any awards on your chest. Nothing is more important, to the point where I say it's like, I used to literally take students at some of the mystery schools, grab them by their hair, which I won't do right here, grab them by their hair and yank them down, putting their head underwater until they were about to have the last breath in this lifetime. Then I'd pull their head up from the water. You used to be able to do this before lawyers. I'd pull their head up from the water, and I say, what was that like to want that breath so desperately, to go beyond the mind trying to figure out what was going on and what lesson I was trying to teach? What was it like, that desperation, that determination for a breath? That's the only thing that mattered. And they would say, yes, that's all that mattered. I could think of nothing else, only to breathe so that I may live. And I said, now, you're beginning, at the very beginning of understanding Kaiko. That passion, that roaring passion that's so deep within each and every one of you, but you've somehow managed to hide it. I have to give you credit for hiding it so well. Something that is that encompassing, that is that big, and that roaring. I give you credit for somehow managing to suppress it. But you know what? It's still there. It's still there, and that's what you should have discovered this year. That roaring, screaming passion for your own freedom, because God only knows how long it's been since you've had freedom, how long it's been since you were happy with yourself, content with yourself, how long it's been since everything just happened in your life with synchronicity, with ease and with grace, but yet you go along month after month, year after year, and lifetime after lifetime in a form of spiritual complacency. I often wonder if that complacency, that mediocrity with yourself is worse than no consciousness whatsoever. I wonder sometimes if it's better not to stay asleep consciously until you're actually truly ready to wake up. Because what steps could be more miserable than little ones into enlightenment? Those little steps are the ones that hurt, that are painful, that cause all these emotions and feelings and confusion, that mediocrity, that putting up for something less than full freedom and enlightenment is what's making the path and the journey so difficult. None of you have to tolerate that. There's nobody controlling you. And if you think there is, take a look at your perspective. There's no one stopping you from enlightenment. There's no one holding you back, not even mass consciousness, not at all. It's complacency. It's willingness to just plod along. My dear friends, it hurts. It's painful. It's painful for me to watch. It's painful for me to have to come up with new antics every month to try to distract you, to try to get something going. Kaiko is a passion that will have nothing else other than its own fulfillment. I ask you to take a good deep breath and feel into that. Let it come forth.